Welcome to a year of eternal love. A Course in Miracles Workbook for Students, Lesson 24. I do not perceive my own best interests. In no situation that arises do you realize the outcome that would make you happy. Therefore, you have no guide to appropriate action and no way of judging the result. What you do is determined by your perception of the situation, and that perception is wrong. It is inevitable then that you will not serve your own best interests. Yet they are your only goal in any situation which is correctly perceived. Otherwise, you will not recognize what they are. If you realize that you do not perceive your own best interests, you could be taught what they are. But in the presence of your conviction that you do know what they are, you cannot learn. The idea for today is a step forward towards opening your mind so that learning can begin. The exercises for today require much more honesty than you are accustomed to using. A few subjects honestly and carefully considered in each of the 5 practice periods which should be undertaken today will be more helpful than a more cursory examination of a large number. 2 minutes are suggested for each of the mind-searching periods which the exercises involve. The practice periods should begin with repeating today's idea, followed by searching the mind with closed eyes for unresolved situations about which you are currently concerned. The emphasis should be on uncovering the outcome you want, and you will quickly realize that you have a number of goals in mind as part of the desired outcome, and also that these goals on different levels are often conflict. In applying the idea for today, name each situation that occurs to you, and then enumerate carefully as many goals as possible that you would like to be met in this resolution. The form of each application should be roughly as follows. In the situation involving, I would like to happen and to happen, and so on. Try to uncover as many different kinds of outcomes as may honestly occur to you, even if some of them do not appear to be directly related to the situation, or even be inherent in it at all. If these exercises are done properly, you will quickly recognize that you are making a large number of demands of the situation which have nothing to do with it. You will also recognize that many of your goals are contradictory. that you have no unified outcome in mind, and that you must experience disappointment in connection with some of your goals, however the situation turns out. After covering the list of as many hoped-for goals as possible, for each unresolved situation that crosses your mind, say to yourself, I do not perceive my own best interests in this situation, and go on to the next. And for the insights, we're constantly making plans or goals or vague ideas of what we think that we want, our likes, dislikes. Where the choices we made, where we lived or who we lived with. What did we do with our time? And what led us up to all of that? And that we could find happiness by deciding on our own. But we're finding that with this type of a lesson, that the opposite is true. Because it is not my job to decide on my own, because I do not perceive my own best interest. My job is to step back and go into a place of quiet and ask the spirit of wholeness in my mind for direction. We do have that inner teacher, finding the source of inner wisdom that does know what my best interests are, that will lead us moment by moment to accomplishing our true purpose in this life, on this return trip. That our real life is in being the love that we are. And this life never changes. It is eternal. In the world of perception, circumstances, our services, it does change. The form may change, but the love stays constant. Removing these barriers to remembering our true identity is the fundamental purpose right now. And it does begin with remembering, I do not perceive my own best interests. And it's recognizing this type of a lesson. Recognizing I don't know as much as I think I know. It's also helping so that we do have an open mind. If we do not have an open mind, we're never teachable. We can never learn. We can never accept new ideas, new concepts, new insights. The child is open, teachable, learning. They don't have preconceived beliefs yet and judgments. We want to be as open as that. I also want to say that you hear a lot of the practice periods and the exercises. There is nobody on this planet that does every lesson at every practice period And it doesn't mean you're doing it wrong. It just means you're trying. It just means you're applying the ideas. Applying what we learn, what we know, is the bridge between knowing and doing. And it's walking across that bridge. Instead of reacting, we're able to respond to things as they come up in our day-to-day life. This is a great lesson. One of those ones that may even challenge you. What do you mean I don't know my own best? I don't even perceive my own best interests. We have our own preconceived ideas of what we think we are, what we're supposed to do. But it's taking a step back. Having a moment with Source, having a moment with God, our inner teacher, the inner wisdom. And we're always showing the way. I want to thank you for joining with me today. This is a year of eternal love. I love you. I hope you'll join me tomorrow. Till then, God bless.